Thanks for watching, everybody, and welcome to Poe Outdoors. I've got a video for you today that's going to put on display the drawboard that comes standard on the Total Vise Legacy Bow Press. I split the videos up on purpose just to show the capabilities of each, but this drawboard does come standard when you buy the press. If you haven't checked the press video out, make sure you go back and do that, and then this drawboard video will just go right along with it. Anytime you look at anything that Jeff makes at Total Vise, you think industrial quality, I'll buy it once and cry once and I'm done. It'll last a lifetime. But if it happens to fail, he offers a lifetime guarantee on every single thing he makes, which is made right here in the United States of America. Hard to beat, all right? If you'll notice, I have removed the fingers from the press. I've gotten those out of the way, which is nice, just a simple knob. Slide them off, which lends itself to adjustability, but you can also remove them completely. And then you can put your components in, which has the rubber coating here, coated rod that fits up against the grip for your drawboard, as well as this poly piece. And then this is a pin system on this side with a pulley. It does come all the way out. So when you remove the fingers for the press, put this in, pop the pin in, feed your rope through, and you're ready to roll as far as your drawboard goes, okay? He did add a bungee on the end. If you wanted to take that off, you could easily remove it, but it's actually quite useful. So instead of me yakking about it, let's just show you how it works. While I'm loading the bow up, though, I do want to encourage you to stick around. I'm going to get to the knuckle part of this in just a little bit. So again, it's a game changer. It's a very cool piece of kit that goes along with this press and drawboard that I really think you're going to appreciate. Okay, so I'm going to take the bungee that is included, and you could either connect it right into your D-loop, or you could connect it under it, which I do because I want to use the D-loop obviously to draw my bow. So I just put it under, and that's pretty useful. I don't worry about this poly component right now because what I'm going to do is use that to kind of level the bow up if you were checking your axis here in just a little bit, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take my loop here, my connector, my linkage, and I'm going to always use a piece of D-loop no matter what drawboard I use, and it goes around the metal hook and then around it this way. That way, if the linkage, the rope, the cable, whatever you're using to draw your bow fails, you don't have to worry about it because you have that safety. Cool thing is, Jeff has another safety that I'm also going to install here in just a second. Okay, now it's got two ways that you can adjust this, just like with the press. You've got your hand crank. You can go ahead and start drawing the bow. All right, we're right in there, we're right inside of the grip there where we need to be. Or we can put that on the built-in magnet back there. We can take our 3/8 drive, make sure it's snugged up. And it's easy to think I'm just going to crank this thing back with the drill and go really fast, but I would still encourage you guys just to go slow. I'm very, very particular. I want to watch my cams and watch my limbs as I draw the bow to make sure that nothing is going to derail, nothing bad's going to happen, okay? So I'm going to go really slow with this so you can see how it works. And again, I'm watching my cams, I'm watching my limbs, I'm watching everything on it. And everything looks good. All right, and now that I'm to this point, I'm going to go ahead and pop the bungee out of the way. I'm just going to put the handle on it. Like I said, you can use that 3/8 drive all you want. I just tend to use the hand grip only because I can watch everything very, very carefully. I don't have to worry about operating a drill, although it's not difficult. It's just the way that I prefer to work things, okay? So once I get back to a certain point, Jeff also includes a safety rod. Now, I would never encourage you to stick your hand in front of the string because if your components were to fail here and your D-loop, that's going to do some damage to your arm. But you can take this and go under the string, and there's a threaded portion right on front of the press here. You screw that safety bar in. Then if something were to happen, to your components and your D-loop. You have a rod that's going to say that maybe you're working on something up front, you're looking at things, you're checking your axis, and you see that something happens there and fails. You're not going to end up in bad shape with your hand or your arm, okay? So you can see the action's pretty smooth on this. If you prefer to use your drill, you can do that. Obviously, you can have a scale in here as well. I'm just going to crank that back and put my stops on the cable. Okay, now from this point, you'd obviously take your yardstick and you can throw it up to 1 3/4 inches and you can check your draw length. You can also check your timing. Obviously, you can just make sure that everything is solid and good to go there, okay? Now here's one of the coolest parts about this entire rig, and that's going to be the knuckle. What this allows you to do is check your third axis. Now, I would encourage you to check your third axis at full draw with your hand in the bow, but this at least gets you close, okay? And checking it at full draw is very important. So if it gets you close and you got to make some minor tweaks when you get it in your hand, that's fine, but this tool is very, very useful, okay? What I do is I put my hand on the backside. It is going to be heavy on that end with the bow there, and I go ahead and I loosen the knuckle. And when I do that, you're going to see that this thing swivels, and I can put that right down to 45 degrees. I can lock it in. I can put my my third axis level on the riser, and I can go ahead and make sure that my third axis is correct on the bow. Just very, very cool. If you wanted to use it as a vertical draw board, you could do that and just use it right there. Let me get this bungee out of the way. You can just use it right there as a draw board and leave it set up if you are working in that capacity in your shop, all right? So another very cool component of this knuckle isn't just going to be checking third axis. It's also going to be, because Jeff offers a truck hitch system. So you can put it right into your truck hitch and you can put this press on it. So if you go to a hunting camp, you can take your press with you, which is very cool. And with an adapter, you can also take your vise with you. So at camp, you'd never have to worry about a string getting nicked with a broadhead, timing issues, anything like that. You need to twist a cable, whatever happens, maybe at altitude or different humidities. This system would allow you to make any necessary adjustments you'd need to at camp without having to try to find a bow shop 3, 4, 5, 6 hours away. Okay? So the knuckle not only does what I showed you with the axis, but it also allows you to level the system. So let's say you take your truck and you're in a camp and you've got a side slope or you're in a hole and you can't really find level ground. This will allow you to level your press or your draw board, because if you notice at the very bottom of this there is a handle, and that was shown in the press video. But if I loosen that, I can also tilt frontward and back, so I can level it in that axis as well as the one I just showed you to check third axis. So it's a very, very cool system. It's extremely well built. You've got the drill option, the hand crank. You've got the knuckle that's an add-on, but is a game changer to me. A really, really nice press with your safety catch. It's just a really, really great system. And I just can't say enough about Jeff and the folks at Total Vise. The customer service that he provides is second to none. And the quality of his products are right there as well. So if I missed anything, I will put it down in the description. I don't think I did. Hope you guys check out Total Vise. I'm going to link them in the description so you can go to their website straight from that click. No better company to deal with as far as this type of tool. Put it in your home shop and never have to worry about it for the rest of your life. In fact, your kids and probably your grandkids would use the stuff that Jeff puts out. It's just that good. Thank you all for watching. Like this video if you appreciate the content. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It will let you know when we upload new content here at Poe Outdoors. Thanks for watching, everybody.